The trade deadline in MLB is come and gone, and the Mets have essentially thrown in the towel. David Robertson, Mark Canha, Max Scherzer, and Justin Verlander all gone for prospects from the Marlins, the Robinson, Canha, Scherzer, Verlander. For prospects from the Marlins, Brewers, Astros, Rangers, and Astros, respectively. But what's to blame for this for these fuck ups? You could say the players underperforming. You could say Diaz going down the injury bug almost before the season even began. And to a level that's true. But to me, the main issues were in the managing staff and the front office. Let's start with the front office. Billy Epler, you fucking dumbass. This is an East Coast squad, not a West Coast one. Why is it that through the first half of the season, you basically had this team excessively play 4 o'clock games? We're not a damn West Coast team. This is not a team you can build into a West Coast model so you can people please to dangle the carrot in front of one fucking player's nose. And that player in question was Shohei Ohtani. Newsflash, you son of a bitch. What East Coast teams don't operate like West Coast teams. They only do 4 o'clock games in moderation on Saturdays next year. You do it in excess, it throws the clock off. But no, you chose to do it excessively. There is no reason for that. And yet you chose to sweep that flaw under the rug. Sweep the fact that this is an East Coast team, not a West Coast team, under the rug. And that is sickening. Now that you've realized that your little plan to get Ohtani over here by having the majority of the games on Saturday start at 4 o'clock in the first half, and most of them start at 7 in the second half, blew up in your fucking face, maybe this will get into your thick fucking skull that next year, first half games on a Saturday have to start at 1! By doing what you did, you alienated the diehard fan base to cater to the fucking casuals. That sort of mindset is a recipe for destruction. And you dimwitted, half-assed, metal-minded, motherfucking son of a bitch! Then there's you, Showalter. You chose to rewire the batting order. It was the pitching core that needed to be fixed, not the hitting one. And how'd you do this? The second Marte got back, instead of doing him in the start of May, instead of putting him back where he belongs in the 2 slot, you moved him down in the batting order, and you left him there to rot for a month. No wonder he's on the sidelines with migraines, because he can't put up with you and your stupid bullheadedness. And you bounced McNeil around, and their productivity, because of this, has suffered. What you did to those two did this lineup far more harm than good. And then there's you, Cohen. You, instead of confronting these two dumbasses and threatening their job security for fucking up, which is what you should have done, you instead chose to ignore it. You chose to sweep the problems under the rug instead of confronting them. 2024's mantra? No fucking people pleasing! You either confront the issue, you confront the issues instead of sweeping them under the rug. And if a formula that gets you success one year isn't broken, you don't fucking fix it! improving it by messing with it to make it better ends up making shit worse. It's simple logic. You want to rely on Senga being the ace of this rotation for the rest of the year? Be my fucking guest. But this is fucking ridiculous. But at least they did something. It's just not what I wanted, but at least it replenishes the farm system as a trade-off. At least we did something unlike the Yankees who did jack and shit at the deadline. Jack left town, which means all that's left for the Yankees is nothing but a big heap of shit. Because Cashman is such a fucking cheapskate. That being said, I said 2023 would be a step backwards for the New York Mets, but I didn't think it would be this big of a step backwards. Cohen, I'm giving you an ultimatum. 2024. If Buck and Epler fuck up like this again, fire their fucking asses! Because 24 will be the last year of the leash Showalter has with me. And I know Epler's got one more year on his contract after next. We can't get rid of him until 24. As I know next year is Epler's final year on his contract. Because you only signed him for 4 years. Because he was only signed by the Wilpons for 4 fucking years. 21 through 24. If he's not gone by 24 and replaced with someone who has an East Coast mindset, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to boycott calling any Met games that in 25. I've gutted it out with this team for almost 30 fucking years. For almost 30. For 28. For what's going to be 28 years now. 28 years. I've had to deal with disappointment, ineptitude, incompetence, cover-ups, and people-pleasing. Quick fixes and people-pleasing at the top levels. And with the amount of bitterness I'm saying this, 24, Buck, you better put it back to the 22 formula. Go back to the 22 formula. And Epler, you put this team back on an East Coast Saturday clock. All games, unless specified, i.e. a trip out to Colorado, California, Washington State, not DC, Arizona, anything like that, I'm okay with a 3:45 to 4 o'clock start. But every game on the East Coast has on a Saturday has to start at 1 and no later. If you pull this shit again with a 4 o'clock Saturday schedule, you're dead. Next year, you're fucking dead. Leave a comment, smash a like, and sub to the channel. This is Mets2128, who is pissed off at how this season has panned out for the Mets. Till then, I must bid you adieu, and let's hope the Giants and Jets do something better in the when football season rolls around in the next several weeks. Goodbye. Good fucking night. Bang.